biranagaragara kuko hano hari isuku.
She was born normal, but after 3 years and 7 months, she slept. Waking up, she found her leg bones were nowhere to be seen. She lost her stability and stopped standing and walking. She has spent the rest of her life crawling. Demons took away her legs. Meet a 65-year-old woman who shocked the world. The ultimate measure of a person is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. You don't run away from a challenge because you are afraid. Instead, you run towards it because the only way to escape fear is to trample it beneath your foot. I became disabled when I had 3 years. I have been disabled for 63 years. Right now, I got used to it. For my first 3 years and 7 months, I walked upright on my feet. I slept and woke up disabled. That day, I slept, and the next morning, I found I no longer have some of my bones in my body. My legs became abnormal, and I could neither stand nor walk. I was born in 1954, and I got disabled in 1957. After being disabled, I spent 2 years sleeping without moving or even crawling, and my parents took me to the local doctors, who asked 2 cows so that I can be able to crawl. After paying the 2 cows, I started crawling. I remember the day before I lost my legs. I was with my mom. Then all of a sudden, I jumped into the river. Mom came and took me away from that river. But again, I jumped in that river. She again took me from that river. Then we went home. Reaching home, I played with other children as usual. We had our dinner, then went to sleep. The next morning, I called my mom and told her I'm not feeling good. The upper part of my body was functioning well as usual, but the lower part was not functioning. When mom came, she lifted me and put me down, but I could not manage to stand. I would just fall down. I had lost stability. When Dad came, she lifted me and tried to make me stand, but still I fell down. They checked all my body organs and found I no longer have bones in my legs. The rest was taking me to see traditional doctors. I visited those doctors until 1975. Since that day, I remained like that and started crawling, even up to now. I don't even feel pain in my legs. All I know is that my legs are very weak. They are not strong to make me stand and be stable. My disability doesn't pain, only that I cannot stand or walk. But despite that, I'm suffering from high blood pressure. That's the only problem I have right now. I have gone to the hospital and taken some medications slowly by slowly, and I'm recovering. Last time, doctor told me that I'm doing well. And people by then said that I was possessed by demons. Others said that it had something to do with evil spirits sent by someone. Because during that time there were no hospitals, there existed only traditional medicine. That time, evil spirits would come to someone and make them disabled. Others would die, and the others would become deaf and blind. But for me, I was very young. What I saw was waking up and found I was not able to walk. I could not even be able to stand. I had to only lie down, and the 2 cows price saved me. A time came when hospitals were introduced, and people thought maybe I'm disabled because of polio. I went there, but the result showed I have no polio. Doctors said that there is nothing else they can help. They told me to go home. I had always had some questions in my mind, asking myself whether I'll manage to produce a child. But later, God gave me 3 beautiful children. My last born was born in 1990, and I stopped there. We never had a good life, but the most important is that we lived. And I always feel happy for just seeing grandchildren here playing and making noise. It's really something special. It's a gift made in heaven. I live in harmony with neighbors. I can't harm them or offend them. Though I have nothing to do, neighbors around here cultivate and share the harvest with me. And I'm so grateful to those people who have a kind heart of supporting the disabled. That has always made me strong. I'm lucky to be living near the road. There's always movement of goods, cars and people coming and going. Whoever wants me sees me here. And as long as I have a telephone here, I call and communicate to people who are not around. Time came and I got the information that at our church, they're teaching people weaving. I went there and learned basket weaving and weaving other things. We took our course, and in the coming December, we are graduating and getting our certificates. I can now weave and decorate this so that it might look so beautiful, and I bet you can buy it. Someone gave me this house and told me to live here. He went and said, when I come back, whether God will have blessed you with another house or not, I will take my house. That's how I have been living here for 10 years. But living here is so difficult for me because 1, I don't work. 2, I don't cultivate. 3, I have no job. No any other business. Only God is the one who helps me surviving. In my daily life, I like praying, and I believe God can help everything, and that makes me not worry and keeps my life going. So far, I'm 65 years old, and among those years, I have produced 3 children, a boy and 2 girls. All my children got married, and I'm lucky to have grandchildren. And in my daily life, I like visitors who comes and talk to me and encourage me in whatever I do. Though I go by crawling, if one comes and gives me an encouraging word, it really helps me. When I take time and start weaving, I feel relaxed and feel not lonely. One of the challenges I face in my daily life is that I have no ability to walk. I can't stand and do different things. But when given a job, I can do that job very well. Though I'm disabled, but my head is not disabled. As long as I have my strong arms, I can do other activities. One of the things I have always been thinking since childhood was thinking how I will live my life. But I stayed calm and settled down and realized everything is possible. I grew up with a zeal for working and doing something. Even now, I have that zeal that fights the lazy mentality. Though I don't have money, but when given capital, I can establish a small business that can help me have a good life. I was lucky and blessed that I have never experienced bullies in my childhood, as other people who have been born different. I have always been self-confident. I have always believed that I can do anything like someone else. In fact, I have always considered myself not to be disabled. I see myself normal, and have always dignified myself. After growing up, I knew that I will need children. I approached a guy whom we had same philosophies, and we made children. I never got married. I used that method, then produced 3 children, and I have raised them alone. As I told you, this house in which I live in is not mine. Anytime the owner can come and chase me away. I'm glad that I was able to purchase a small piece of land where I can build my house, and I have a belief that I will once have my own house. I'm waiting patiently. I would request you to make advocacy for me so that I can get the support to build my own house, and I know that together we can. And I wish you nothing else other than the blessings from above. Thanks for visiting me. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Thank you for watching. I'm Elijah. This is Afrimax English. Remember to subscribe.